Well, would you believe it? This is the first cheetah that we've seen in many months of filming since the beginning of November last year. And that is why I was so excited. And this is a special moment. As you can see, she's got some blood on her mouth, and she does have a kill at the base of her feet. She'll be very cautious now, as the vegetation she's in is very thick, and she'll therefore be concerned that hyena, lion, or leopard, all of which would overpower her and potentially injure her, could be attracted to this position. I'm battling to see what it is that she's managed to kill, but it looks like it could be a Duiker, which is a small antelope we get in this area.
Well, there's always going to be a lot of grass. You just have to wait for them to sit up again.
And yes, having a look through my binoculars, just judging from the color of that coat, it does look to be a Duiker. And she's going to do her best to feed on this Duiker as quickly as possible. As like I say, she knows that at any moment another predator could arrive on the scene and chase her away from it. Well, apologies, I know the angle isn't great, but it's very thick here, and we are not really in a position to re-maneuver the vehicle in order to get a clearer shot. So if I could just spend another 5 minutes here, that would be great, and then you can make your way. Again now, she's taken some time off from feeding to make sure that nothing's approaching, and it's so important for her to remain alert and not forget that she's in a very dangerous situation here. And we can see by her body language that she certainly is intent. And again, the habitat that she's made this kill in is very thick, so not a very good environment for her in terms of safety. Well, with regards to differentiating between the two pictures of the coats of the leopard and the cheetah, well done. Nikki says there's been a stream of answers that have come through, and all of you have been right, so well done to all of you who did put through your answers to that little quiz, differentiating the spots of a cheetah to that of the rosette of a leopard. And so happy that we can finally actually show you the differences rather than just talk about it. Well, we certainly have got lucky with the angle, especially now that she's repositioned. We couldn't ask for a better angle. we've just got a question through from my mother in Durban, which is a city on the east coast of South Africa. Good morning, Mom, and welcome along. My mother's interested to know how you would differentiate between individual cheetah, as we do with the leopard, and they don't have the same whisker patterns that are typically used to differentiate different leopards, but they do all have their own unique spot pattern on their coat. So by looking at the various spots on the face, one would be able to get to know the individual cheetah. In the Sabi Sands, however, we see so few cheetah that differentiating them makes it quite easy, because it's typically only kind of one female or a couple of males that we may see at any given stage. So it's typically not a problem we are faced with. But in other areas of Africa where cheetah are more common, they will use the variously different spots on their face to help distinguish. You'll notice now on her cheeks, she's got a certain pattern on each cheek. Thanks for that question, Mom. I hope you are having a good time enjoying this cheetah sighting. Her jaw is certainly not designed to crunch through much of the larger bones, and that she will leave here for a lucky hyena or other animal who comes across this carcass. But there certainly will be some leftovers here that she would be happy to leave. We've just got a question through from Elizabeth in Indianapolis, I believe. Morning and welcome on board. Elizabeth's interested to know what is a king cheetah, and what I'll do is I'll find the picture in my book and show you exactly what a king cheetah looks like. But basically all it is a different genetic strain that essentially makes it melanistic or darker, just as you would get melanistic leopard, which are pitch black. This essentially is a melanistic cheetah, also called a king cheetah. And what beautiful markings. I've never seen one, and would be wonderful to see one day, but they aren't very common, especially not in the wild. Thanks, Fiam.